A lot has been surfacing, and we got to get right into it. Yes, more updates has came to us about the Nick Blixky situation, and y'all not gonna believe it, y'all. Yeah, we got some mail, and y'all won't believe what happened to, Nick Blixky's alleged, whoever did it, the president of the Drippy Demons has spoken, and he said it's something else going on. It's not that Tutu and this guy's in the same crib. Yes, you remember this video? I know, I'm pretty sure y'all remember this video. So let's get right into it. Salute. What's the word? It's your boy Kha.Reality. I'm back with another one, and another one, ripping that 050 the movement. I hope you've been enjoying the latest content, the movement that keeps moving. I want to thank everybody that subscribed to the page, like, sharing. We just giving information. If you haven't been subscribed, like 76% of y'all, make sure y'all subscribe. So let's tap right into the story. A lot of y'all was commenting. A lot of people was saying stuff about this. Like, what is Tutu supposed to do? Yes, because we have reported. Yes, remember we reported about Tutu G's being in the same house as, the alleged person who unalived his friend Nick Blixky. Yes, we did the show on it, and, it was a good show. Went a little high, it did some numbers, and the guy Kha.realityTV, a lot of people don't know about him, and a lot of people was even surprised that this was the person. Like, they was like, oh, this is the guy that did it? Yes. I guess he was a Hoover turned Crip, and people were saying, oh, how could he even still be on Rikers Island if it was all these years ago? And we're going to break down this. Yes, we're going to break down that. We're going to break down what allegedly happened to Mr. Gleam while he was in there. But remember, I got this from some sources, a valuable source, right? But people are saying, is he still there? Yes, he's still there because we have an incident report. Yes. Somebody came to me and he's like, yo, are you spreading fake information? Yes, and this was the president of the Drippy Demons. If you don't know what the president of the Drippy Demons is, do your homework. You know what I mean? And this guy said he can't lie on Tutu. Yes, but he posted this document. Yes, and it says that the guy, look at the name. Yes, you see the name. The guy's name is Kha.realityTV. It said that he was, an officer wrote, and the officer said that they found him, this guy, in a puddle of blood. Yes, they found him in a puddle of blood. So, we, like I said, bro, this Nick Blixky thing, it was all over the country, bro. It was a big thing, and it's a big thing in New York as well. So we just here to report the news on the situation. But like I said, man, the president of Drippy Demons, he came out and he said this. He said, look, he said, look, I'm not going to lie on Tutu just because I don't like him, just because he's banned. Yes, remember, these are the guys that banned Tutu. Remember when Tutu got in the thing, and he was the guy that said, yeah, somebody check on Tutu because he got the belt. He is the guy that they say give out the belts. He directs the belts. Remember the guy Kha.realityTV? I did the show on, Shy K and JD, and part of the show with Shy K was how he got, blasted by this dude Kha.realityTV. Remember Kha.realityTV was the guy who had faded Tutu G's. Tutu G's been going back and forth with guys that used to be his friends a long time. It's been going on, you know what I mean? From Brown to Kha.realityTV, B-Mac, a bunch of dudes, you know what I mean? Tutu saying don't talk about Nick. Yeah, we just reliving all of this. And then remember even the younger guy said this.
Keep it at that. I'm GD, most hated. I got the word that Tutu faded.
Yes, so Tutu being faded is something that, the Drippy Demon leader has broken down. And he said this about Tutu. He said, look, man, Tutu's not in there with this guy. And he gave us a detailed incident report. Yes, it said, based on staff reports, eyewitness accounts, January 17, 2025, provides of RNDC, that's the 4 building. You were found to have assaulted person in custody Gleam, as reported by CO. Reported that person in custody and Smith was observed standing over Gleam, who was laying on the floor covered in blood. Yes, they said Gleam was given medical attention, further being transferred to the hospital. So they sent him to a hospital. Yes, there's witnesses there. It's all that. But I had to post this because I was supposed to drop it yesterday. But, people, there's like, yo, we just report what we get on the internet, and, we get sources and all that.
But this is the truth. We see what's going on. The guy is on Rikers Island. It's 2025. And we're going to show his trial. He's on trial right now. And I guess it's for the Nick Blixky thing. But the guy said he cannot lie on 22Gs. He said, but that Crip dude did get the belt. Yes, so, you know, Tutu being, abolished by his former friends and all of that, it has nothing to do with these guys telling the truth. These guys are not just throwing dirt on Tutu, you know what I mean? You're not just gonna say, oh yeah, he is in the crib with Nick Blixky, the guy who unalived Nick, to make him look bad. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Remember we did the show when we was like, yo, 22G's life is in danger. He was beat up in jail by his former friends. Remember they said that Drippy Demons called him. You know, Tutu used to be cool with a lot of Drippy Demons. They was talking about how Tutu had got beat up. But this guy, yes, the president of the Drippy Demons, he's the Bible. Like, what he say? I ain't gonna lie, man. There'd be a lot of substance to it. And so stuff had to get fixed. Just like when we said, oh, we thought Tutu didn't fight. They said, no, Tutu fought back. So we had to do a show on that. Man, we did the He's On That show. And it showed, that, allegedly Tutu got busy, but he got beat up, but he got busy. So the Nick Blixky thing, man, you can see the thing right there. The guy, Khalid Glean, man, this is the eyewitness accounts. He was sent to the hospital. Yes, he was sent to the outside unit, outside hospital, medical, where they had to clean him up. You know what I mean? I don't know if they stitched him up. I don't know. It looked covered in a pool of blood on Rikers Island. I don't know, man, but they probably cut him. So, you look at the titles and all that. I know, we got to make the titles okay for y'all. So, this is what's going on, man. Nick Blixky's killer, as of this year, did get the belt. He got the belt, and that is what that is. You know what I mean? It's Rikers Island reports. It's not nothing that we making up. And you can see it. You know what I mean? A lot of guys said they didn't know, who this guy was. And he even made a GoFundMe. Yeah, look, Nick Blixky killer makes GoFundMe. Yes, I'm trying to raise money for an attorney. I have been wrongfully accused of a crime I did not commit. And he said he would like his fair day in court. This was years ago. We don't know if he still got this or if he reached his $75,000 goal. But I can't believe you put that picture up there. But yeah, a lot of people had stuff to say. They said this Igga is a goner. He's not getting out. They got him on cam. Big dumbass right there wore the same bronze phones they got him by his tattoo. This guy got to be joking. So that's what people were saying about that years ago. They were saying about that. And then even people were saying this about him. They said, my Katen Igga's, Katen, some Crip guy, Chef G and him, co-signed that this nigga is retarded. He's not literally special ed. Basically knew he would get next to Nick with no problem and told him they would give him $10K and he could be in a Chef music video. Wow, that is crazy. So, like I said, man, Tutu, you know what I mean? I guess he is standing by, long live his friend, and I guess that he's not in the house with the guy. They are in the same building, but to sit there and do that because if this is true, doing that to Nick Blixky because that you was gonna get 10K, and then now you're asking for ×7 of that for lawyer money. And then what about commissary, phone, this, that, packages, magazines, all that? So actually what you allegedly probably got paid or would have got paid, you probably didn't even get the money. See, people, they sit there, oh, yeah, it's money on this dude's head, I can do this, I can do this. Most likely you're not even going to get the money. If you get the money, you're not going to be able to spend it. Yes. And somebody else is saying G's and Crips definitely won't be in the same house. You never have been. Oh boy, those gangs are, they got the SRG thing where you tell them what gang you in. A lot of people saying Tutu's playing the long game. He's going to catch the little slipping. This is nothing new. So I bet his excuse is fighting the case. You know what I mean? Yeah, but people were saying, oh, I don't even know if this guy's on it. This guy is on it. You can look this up right now. He is still in the building. Remember, I posted this with the video. I posted this is his court dates. You can see his actual court dates. And as you're going to see going down, it's going from 2022 all the way into 2025. You can sit up 7-8 years on a Rikers Island. And like I said, he did offer a plea. He was offered a plea. He did not accept the plea. And he's going to court now. He's actually on trial right now. As you can see at the bottom of all of this, he's on trial. Look, April, that's when first stuff started with pre-trial. That's pre-trial. And then it stopped for a couple months. They did some hearings, and then now you can see that he is on trial for this thing, this heinous crime that he's alleged of doing. Like I said, I don't know if he got his thing, if he got his GoFundMe. I don't know if he got his lawyer right, but yeah, and you can see right there it says 18th, which is today, is his next trial date. So I can't put no substance to the Nick Blixky being in the same crib, the guy who did it to Nick, allegedly Flacco being in the same crib as 22G's. because we had the president speak. The president has spoken, and what the president say usually is what be going on when it comes to little jail stories. You know, I don't even know how these guys get this information. How could you even get an incident report from the CO unless it's one of their guys? Yes, unless it's one of their guys who put the belt to Nick Blixky's alleged killer. So Tutu Jesus, you know what I mean? Every time something comes up with him, I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to him standing on some type of business, it gets debunked, and it's getting debunked by people who really don't even like him. So how can we sit there and say that that is true? But like I said, bro, they both in the same spot. You can see it right there. Tutu is in the same spot. Son is in the same spot. They're in Otis Bantam Correctional Center. If you know what that is Old Boy. They got a box in there. I was in Old Boy box, but I heard they got like the GP. I know they always had a GP, so I don't know. I ain't been on Rikers Island in over 10 years, so you know what I mean? I don't know. But these guys are in the same thing. This guy's fighting a body, and this is what's going on. So we just bringing y'all the content. Y'all put it in the comment section. Y'all tell me what y'all think. You know what I mean? Did they run into each other? Did they not? You know what I mean? But we do see that this guy did get the belt. We seen the ticket. The ticket is dead. That's confirmation for it. And, you know, that's what we here to spread, to let y'all know what's going on, because the Drippy Demons president has said it. And it is what it is. Like, we don't take no sides. We don't favor any sides when it comes to this. We just report this. So put in the comment section. Salute.
Kha.realityTV, AHA.
Yeah, that's the one. That page is a movie. This nigga is covering all New York street activity, and it is a movie.
Listen, man, big shout out, man, to Kha.realityTV, man.
Hey, Kha.reality.
If you know him, you know he was really was on that.